hi, brothers, sisters, family, tribe. Yep. I almost feel the vibration going out into the universe. We're sending all this positive energy out there. And it's driving them crazy. Okay, so if everybody can get a piece of paper and pencil, I need some of you all to write something down here. Okay, and this is to beat off the bill collectors, okay? So I'm going to, I'll probably do this a couple of times throughout this video. So some people will be coming on late or whatever. So what I'm going to do, any idea when the med beds will be? Well, they're coming out after EBS. Like when you go in to get the redemption and all that stuff is happening, that's when you can make your appointment. Yeah, lots of sun flares are happening, no doubt. Something's going on here because I'm just, you know, it's a real chore to try to keep my Wi-Fi steady. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this again a couple times throughout this video, so everybody can get it. Now, this is for if there's a debt collectors that are coming after you, you can request 3 things. Okay, get a piece of paper and pencil. Request a purchase agreement. You're telling this bill collector, I want a purchase agreement. Okay. Second, you want a loan side agreement. Excuse me, I just finished something to eat. It's been a hectic day. The second is a loan sales agreement. I want a loan sale agreement. And then the third thing is forward flow agreement. Okay? So that's a forward flow agreement. Now I'm going to come back later and in the video and I'll repeat that again. So this is for all debt collectors because they have no business, absolutely zero business to be calling you for anything. Okay? and they are actually committing a crime by doing it. So again, I'll tell you again, for all debt collectors, you require from them a purchase agreement, a loan sale agreement, and a forward flow agreement. Normally, when you request these on the record, because you're asking it for on the record, they will drop those cases immediately. Normally, they'll drop them immediately. They don't want to play with you. They know that you mean business, and they know that they're going to be liable. Now, we can take this a step or two further. For income tax, for debt collection as far as mortgages go, you can do it that way. You could start with it and repeat those 3 items there. If they're onto the phone for you or after you. Okay? Well, bankruptcy, if you're already into a bankruptcy, there's not much, we could do. You've already committed and signed on the dirty dotted line, right? So you got to flow through it. But I wouldn't, if I would have known then what I know now, I would never have declared bankruptcy, and because I was fighting with the government both times. Both times you get to a certain income tax level, and all of a sudden, these ghouls come out from their closets, and they start attacking you. Always the middle class. And like it says, if we knew now, or then what we know now, there'd be a lot less bankruptcies because these ghouls are basically committing an illegal act. And what I want to ask everybody, if you got any questions, please, I put them in capital letters for me so I can read it, because I'm having difficulty on my little wee phone. it's a normal smartphone, but I still have a bit of a difficult time reading it all. My eyes aren't so young anymore. Is it good for student loan? Yes, absolutely. And, don't stop paying everything. And because the student loans are supposed to be all paid up. Is it good for student loans? Yeah. The student loans are like any other loan, okay? There's no side bracket or no special case because it's a student loan. A loan is a loan, and it's all predatory. And, and like I said, you just have to come out with those three things. Again, I will... it's a purchase agreement. You want requests from them. It's a purchase agreement, a loan sale agreement, or a forward flow agreement. And normally when you request them on the record, they will drop the case immediately. Excuse me. Okay, so today I haven't really prepared a lot because I just wanted to focus in on the Q&As and try to answer as many questions as possible. I've been so busy. I'm out gathering wood up and doing, we're going into the dumps, and I've got equipment that I'm pulling wood out for the homeless. And they're, I'm bringing back trailer loads of wood for them, not just to burn, but to start building their shelters for the winter. Because in the East Kootenays, we're getting very, very close. Any word on RV? You probably know more than I do right now, but I know we're close. Taking bills out of the Social Security. Well, they shouldn't be touching your Social Security. That's, at the very least, they should not be touching that at all. In fact, you should be phoning them up and saying, I want more money. Yeah, so people are, there's student loans that are being forgiven all the time, right? How do I start my account in Canada? I'm not sure what that means. Please repeat that. We are going to be okay here in Quebec, Canada, still till Christmas. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out with the Christmas thing and all these, Thanksgiving. All this has all been created by the deep state and the, powers that be, whatever they are. We're going to the Julian calendar. Do we even know when Jesus' birthday was? Do we know when, all this stuff? All this stuff has been all hidden away, and we've been lied to. Quebec's going to be just fine. It's like every other province, state, whatever. We're all one big happy family. And I don't see any, there's going to be no more special treatment. Everybody's going to be, equally rich, right? Social Security should be a minimum 60. Yeah, exactly. It should be a minimum of $6,500. They've been ripping us off for about $4,500 every month. Exactly right. And you don't have to worry about. Excuse me for my throat. When I do this, I take what do you call it? Something for the clear the throat. Anyways, I don't have it with me. You have to bear with me. Fisherman's Friend, that's what I take, and that's really good stuff. But of course, I left it behind. When is the EBS? Like I says, I do not know. I'm thinking maybe between now and the end of the year, something's going to happen. Something's got about to break here, but I just feel it. Okay, what about paying for car insurance and registration of your car? Well, for the meantime, they have their bylaws, right? They got their, their stupid little enforcements, their mandates, whatever you want to call them. And, if you can fight it. It means that there'll be a court date. But, it's your private vehicle, and you're just traveling from one spot to another without transporting any goods of any kind, then, you're free to do that. It's only going to be the commercial vehicles or anything along that line that they will require other regulations, right? Yes, that's a good call on that. 9/11 was maybe when Jesus' birthday was, when he was born. It could have been 9/11 when they did it, but I think there's something beyond that. I think there's something a little bit more than that, because that 9/11 happening right there was all about the all the $2.7 trillion that in gold and silver bars that was in Building 7. Okay, at that time that they needed to get rid of, right? They stole it out of there, and then they dropped the building, and they all had to be done at that time because they were going to announce Nasser Jassera, not from the blessings of Clinton at the time. They were going to go ahead and do it militarily. So there was the deep state. They did the attack on the buildings, which turned out to be a Mossad or Israeli, operation. Nasser Jassera is all laid out on who gets the money, who doesn't. Children or kids from age 0 to age 24 do not receive anything other than what they're going to get from their parents. They are basically, going to be the worker bees until they heat, and because they haven't put any time in their workforce, and they're not going to receive anything, right? They have no history on this planet yet, but they're going to be the worker bees, and will be required to do certain things, and they're going to be a learning situation. They're going to be totally taught in a quantum environment, rather than this socialist commie atmosphere our children are being exposed to right now. And then, of course, anybody after 24, you're going to get a certain amount of money if you do go to work, right? So you're going to get a small universal income up to an age of whatever, and of course you're going to be able to be encouraged to go to work, and then of course the people that are 40, 50, 60, whatever, you're going to be able to do what you want. I mean, many people are going to say, yeah, I got all this money, whatever, but I'm not going to sit around on the porch and drink tea. It gets pretty boring, and I've tried that. I mean, I tried, sitting back and hitting all the beaches in the Philippines, just around our house there, and it's a lot of fun until you run through them all, and you say, well, this is, I'm more interested in doing, I'm 70 years old, and I'm back in BC going out to the dumps and getting all the firewoods and all the woods out there, throwing it on the trailers and bringing it back for the homeless. I feel like I'm doing something, right? Not getting paid for it, but that's human nature. That's what you want to do. Everybody's going to want to work, and everybody should keep working, right? No, there's going to be no, they can say whatever they want. There's going to be nobody garnishing anything, okay? If they do, you can make a affidavit to put them into court. You go down and you make that application, and you sue them large. You sue that company or whatever, whoever's after you, whatever they're going to do, and you put that into court. And you don't need a lawyer for this. You don't need anybody. And then you put them on as a defendant, okay? You're going after them not only for the money that they've taken, but also a large amount of money for pain and suffering and harassment. And the judge will always have to follow what you want and request. And once you get that writ and get that notification, that writ or obligation will be then for them to pay. And you just say, if you threaten me with garnishing wages, I'm going to run you into court, and we're going to see who wins this. Like I said, when's the EBS? It could be any time. Like, we're already in the shutdown. The shutdown's already done. October the 1st. We've been 2 weeks into the shutdown. I don't see any hide or hair of anybody going back to, Congress or anything like that. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay? And it's just going to keep rolling. Everything's being torn down right now. Right? Yeah, the younger generation, they haven't been on Earth long enough they're all young souls, and they're going to be taught of the highest standard of galactic energies, physics, all this wonderful stuff that we, as boomers or Gen X or whatever, never had that chance. And we will also, as boomers or whatever, have age regression. And if we want to go learn about all this galactic stuff, or whatever you want to learn, with all the 6 or 7,000 technologies that are coming, you'll have that opportunity to do that. It's free will. This is all going to be laid out, through the powers of God and through the powers of the good people of this planet, for everybody to experience whatever they want to experience in this world.